Oh, Jane, hey, did you hear about the latest big shakeup? I bet you won't believe what's happening with NPR's funding. It's like taking candy from a baby, or in this case, news from the airwaves.
Oh, I absolutely caught wind of that, Spud. The Defund NPR Act is stirring up quite the storm. Looks like our friends in Congress are aiming their budget-cutting axes at public broadcasting. About time, I say.
So, Jane, let me get this straight. They're thinking of cutting off cash for NPR and PBS because they think it's like paying for left-wing cheerleading instead of news?
That's exactly right. They're arguing that taxpayers shouldn't be forced into footing the bill for what they perceive as biased reporting. It reminds me of trying to make coffee with champagne. You think you're getting the good stuff, but it's just a mess.
But Jane, come on, only 1% of NPR's budget actually comes from the government. It's like taking away a single cucumber slice from a whole submarine sandwich.
True, it's 1% for the main NPR organisation, but local affiliates depend more heavily on those federal grants. And if you ask me, if they're not cutting the mustard on their own, maybe they should sink or swim with private donations.
It's like telling a bird to fly without wings, isn't it? I mean, what happens if NPR has to rely solely on donations? Are we going to see bake sales for radio spots now?
Hey, if it's creative solutions they need, a lemonade stand might just do the trick. But honestly, with so many other news options out there, should we really be coddling media that can't stand on its own 2 feet?
But think about it this way. What if NPR is the quirky jazz station in a sea of pop hits? Preserving it might be about maintaining diversity in media, right?
I get what you're saying, but preservation shouldn't mean dependent on taxpayer dollars. Besides, real diversity is letting them thrive or fail on audience support, not government handouts.
So it's a battle of the bucks or lack thereof, eh? I can see why it's heating up. It's like an episode of Survivor where one team might lose their campfire.
Exactly. Let the best storytellers win with no financial crutches. That's how you keep quality high and bias low. What do they say on those adventure shows? Adapt or perish?